Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of Rags to Riches with Dartford. I've played a few more games than I thought I would since last episode because we were on a pretty decent run of form, to be honest, and you can see on a league table over here, if I just bring it up, we're sitting in 5th place after 11 games played, only 1 point off of the top. It's actually really tight in the sort of playoff zone. You've got top is Chelmsford with 21 points, who's on par with Havant and Waterloo. And then you've got Braintree, Cheshunt and ourselves all on 20 points, and then Chippenham and Hungerford on 18 points each. Probably the biggest shock is Braintree at the moment, because if we go on to the season preview, they were predicted, well, actually Braintree and Cheshunt. Braintree were predicted to be 21st, and Cheshunt predicted to be 23rd, and they were only just recently promoted. So yeah, them being 3rd and 4th is very good for them. Now, our first few games, I thought we were going to have a bit of an issue because the game that we had on camera, we drew 0-0 against Bath, and then we lost 2 on the bounce against Cheshunt and Havant. And yeah, after that, I was thinking, this is going to be, yeah, this is not going very well. So I stuck with the same formation and tactic against Taunton, and we actually beat them 2-1, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and change it up. So I went for a 4-2-3-1, won 3-0, changed up to a 5-3-2, won 2-0 against Hemel Hempstead. I thought, okay, that's doing pretty well, so stuck with that again, and ended up losing 2-0 to Chippenham. So in the end, I decided I'm going to stop just changing the formation and tactic all the time, and just stick with one and allow it to get tactical familiarity. And that's what we've done since. So we've stuck with a 4-4-2, I'll show you the actual tactic in a minute, but we beat Welling, Dover, Beckenham, Hampton, and then drew to Eastbourne. And then recently we just won 5-3 against Bognor Regis. What I've decided is we're doing a 4-4-2, sort of still a wing play, so we are playing it down the left and the right. But I've moved the line of engagement and defensive line up to high press and higher. Mainly because you can see that our strengths definitely lie in our attacking. And our defence isn't great. So what was happening is we were running the low line, which meant our defenders were getting overwhelmed with pressure, and then we were never able to get it up to our guys ahead. So we're running the high line in the hope that basically in most of our games we outscore the opposition. So that's the tactical play we're going for. Now there's a couple of points that I do need to make that I realised is going to be a bit of an issue. That is Roddery and Joe Young, and they're both on a loan, which is fine. But there's something about that loan that isn't fine, and that's that they expire halfway through the season. So Joe Young, we've only got him until the 31st December, and then Roddery, we've only got him until the 2nd of January. Now, Joe Young, he's our main keeper at the moment, but it's not too big of an issue, because if we go to the comparison screen, we do have Dan Wilkes, so he can step in if we don't end up getting another keeper. But David Rodri, he has been playing amazingly, absolutely amazingly. If you look here, he's had 12 appearances and 15 goals for us. He's been our top scorer by a country mile. I mean, the next top scorer is Asante, who I'll tell you about in a minute. And he's got 2 goals in 1 appearance. Our other main striker, Fonku, has had 10 appearances and only 1 goal. Admittedly, we have been playing him in the sort of target forward role on support, so maybe he's not had as much chance to show his goal scoring capability, but yeah, it's a big issue that Rodri is going to be leaving us before the end of this season. I have tried to extend his loan, but the team are having none of it. They want him to move on to somewhere else, have a bit of experience in a different club, so yeah, that's really annoying. Now, in terms of transfers, I know I said we wouldn't be doing any more, but I lied. We actually have done a few more. I managed to extend our wage budget a little bit by stealing some money from our scouting budget. So that's how we managed to get a bit more. But since last episode, we've done a little bit. We got rid of Ali Mansouré to Poole. We were never going to use him, and he was just taking up money on our wage budget. You can see he's like a 1 star. So we decided we're just going to get rid of him. We do not need him. I think somebody else might be on their way out. No, okay, nobody is. Yeah, you can see here our attempts at trying to get the loan for Joe Young and David Rodri, and it just didn't happen. But in anticipation of us losing our main striker, I brought in another striker, Asante. No idea if I'm saying that name right, but we'll go with it. And he is a 4-star And his preferred role is a target forward, which is absolutely brilliant because that's exactly where we're going to play him. And then I assume we'll just end up playing Fonque up there. And outside of that, we have had to make a promise to Jordan Winter that we will sell him if an appropriate offer is made, because a club did come in for him. Can't remember which one it was. But yeah, a club did come in for him for like £1,000. And I was like, nah, that ain't happening. So we've agreed for £14,000. And to be honest, if we sold a player for £14,000, that would be insane. But with all that out the way, we have 2 games to play today. And that is against Dulwich Hamlet, who are currently sitting, where does it say? There we go, 11th. So hopefully we should be able to beat them. Media prediction 14th, so they're not the best club in the world. And then we've actually got Havant in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round. Yeah, the expectation is to reach the first round, so I think we do have to beat them to be able to do that. Hopefully we can beat them. They're very good at the moment. So this is the team we are going to be going into the Dulwich Hamlet game with. So we got Rodri up front. Alongside him is our new signing, Asante. Then we got Carruthers, Lovett, Murtagh, Coulson, Krasinski, Bonner, Essam, Winter, and then obviously Young in goal. Here we go. First highlight of the game, and it is a corner from Krasinski. Doesn't really bother the opposition too much. Carruthers tries to put it into the box, but nobody is there to pick it up. But Krasinski brings it on to Asante, who almost heads it into the goal. But he's not able to get his first league goal just yet. But it looks like he's definitely wanting to get his first league goal this game. But the opposition do have a corner, and that almost went in, and it did. Jack Holland ended up getting it on the rebound. Oh my God. We can't be conceding goals like that. What even happened? So this Raymond guy puts it in. Taylor gets his head to it. It hits the post. Our defender Bonner there should have cleared it at this point, but he actually... Okay, he kicks it into their strikers or whoever that is, I don't know. But he kicks it into the guy's head. And then it comes off of his head, goes into the goal. But 20 minutes in, we have a highlight straight away, trying to get it onto Asante, but is unable to do so. The opposition now have it. We managed to get it back with a lovely tackle from Coulson onto Murtagh. Very long ball over to literally nobody. I don't know who he was trying to get it to there. Rodri tried to go for a run to pick it up, but he was never getting there, was he? It means that they do now have the ball once again, but a lovely tackle there from Murtagh. And we've got it back onto Winter, onto Essam, back onto Murtagh. Little bit of short passing going on here. Back to Bonner. Can we do anything with it here? Krasinski onto Carruthers. We're just sort of passing it around here. The opposition are pretty compact at the moment. A very, very long ball over to Coulson, which actually does manage to reach him. Now, if he can get it into the middle to somebody, onto Lover, onto Rodri, Asante. There we go. That's the goal that we knew he could get. What a signing. What a signing this man has been. I mean, it's only been 2 games, so I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. That could be the last goal he'll score all season. Who knows? But that is exactly the sort of play we're looking for. The play between Rodri and Asante there. Perfect. Anyway, 34 minutes in, and it's in terms of the match stats, it's been pretty even between us. A highlight here for Dulwich, and that's 2-1. Almost every goal we concede is from something like that. It's crazy. It just shows that our defence is lacking here. So Raymond brings it on to Deadfield, and then Mills just heads it in. Young's able to do nothing there. Perhaps I think Young probably could have done better in goal, but it is what it is. Half-time is about to come. There we go. 2-1 half-time. In terms of XG, we have been the top. Actually have a look at the XG table a little bit later on, because I've noticed we've always had quite a bit of XG. We just never seem to do much with it. I don't know if terrible is necessarily what I would say, is what the assistant recommends, but I'm just going to say, show me something else in the second half. We haven't been that bad. But 46 minutes in, and we have a highlight straight away for ourselves. Bonner wearing the green armband for, I don't know, does that mean captain? I don't know. Anyway, Rodri is on the ball, and that is a penalty. Who is going to take it? It is Rodri. Right, come on, Rodri. You've done penalties before, and you've always managed to score them. So let's not make this one where you don't. And I mean, he did just about. It was probably the worst taken penalty I've ever seen him do. But thankfully, their keeper is stupid and was unable to pick it up. Look how slowly he just pops it into the left there. The keeper does dive the right way, but it was a little bit too far in the corner for him to pick up. But that does mean that we are back level once again. They have a corner. This is exactly where we conceded last time, but it goes over the top. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, I thought that went out. What is going on? Absolute madness going on in the box. That's going to be a throw-in? No, okay, nothing. Highlight, and it's them on the ball again. Too many of these highlights. Too many of these highlights are Dulwich. It's a bit concerning. Taylor tries to put it in. Our keeper just dives for it for some reason. That was completely unnecessary. But 66 minutes in, let's make some subs. Some of our guys are really not playing very well. Sam, 6.4 rating. Although, to be fair, the next best guy is Sam Oldadu. He's not great, but, I mean, our guy isn't playing very well, so it is what it is. Anyone else? Lovett. Give Luke Allen a game. His average rating's been pretty decent, so hopefully he can do well. I can, again, the issue of never being able to change my inverted winger or winger because they're the only two people that can play there. And maybe just swap out Krasinski for Campbell. That should do it, to be honest. We'll leave we'll leave a sub for a little bit later if there's any injuries, but I always forget that you're only allowed 3 in this league. That was a highlight, apparently. I don't know why. Literally nothing happened. Right, we're going to encourage. We're going to try and get some green faces down here. There we go. Look at them. They're all fired up. They are ready to have another highlight of Dulwich. Brilliant. Okay, but that was terrible. Winter does an awful job of clearing it, though. And we just about managed to get it. Carruthers tries to clear it, but Charles Cook manages to pick it back up. And hopefully our keeper picks that up. He does. Perfect. What's he going to do with it? He boots it as far as he possibly can. Rodri's going to try and get onto it, but yeah, he wasn't able to beat the defender there. Dulwich are back on the ball. We got 2 people there trying to tackle him, and neither of them managed to do it. That's great. Empty space on the right-hand side of our pitch there for Porter to just absolutely run through, and he just... Oh my God, how did he miss that? I thought we were going to be down there. How did he miss that? Too many of these games have ended up in draws, though. Okay, we have a last-minute chance here. Campbell, on to Allen, back to Campbell, through to Coulson, and it's in! It is in! That is 3-2 in the very, very last minute. Oh my God. Okay. Honestly, I don't even know what happened there. So Allen brought it onto there, and then Coulson just picks it up, shoots into this pack of people, and it just bounces off the keeper, I think, and goes in. I mean, I'm not going to complain. And that's full time, 3-2, with a 90-plus 4-minute goal from Coulson. Nice assist from Campbell, to be honest. We did bring him on as a sub, and he got a 7.4 rating for it. So, and what has it done? We have moved up to 3rd place now, and actually increased our gap quite a bit. So we're still 1 point away from Chelmsford, but we have increased our gap to 2 points to Braintree, and then the rest of them down there as well. Our director of football has brought somebody in on trial, and that guy is Kevin Joshua. He's currently 3-star, National League South standard, and has the potential to be a League 2 standard. So, not too bad. He's only 2.5-star as a ball-playing defender, 3-star as a central defender. These run of attributes here is not great. Concentration, composure, it's like 7. Determination's only 6, so a little bit concerning, but we will see whether we decide to take this guy or not. The director of football has made another offer. A 30-year-old central defender called Nathan Cameron, who is currently 3.5 stars compared to our main guys like Bonner and Essam. Let's have a look. Where is Bonner? There he is. So, yeah, Nathan Cameron is definitely a lot better in terms of speed, vision, attacking, technical, and quite literally on par in all the other aspects. And then compared to Essam, Essam is a little bit better in physical, but then Nathan is better in everything else. So I mean, he's on a free. It depends on how much we are committing to spend as a wage on him. It is time to play Haven in the FA Cup. I think it's pretty much almost entirely the same squad as we had before, except we've got Rodri and Fonkyo. Asante. I'm going to put Asante on because he's just been playing very, very well. So we're not going to put on Fonkyo yet. I'll give Campbell a game because he had that pretty decent assist. Coulson as well, obviously. Everything else pretty much exactly what I would expect. This is a manager who always puts Marvin Herschel, on the sub bench. The problem is he literally can't play in this squad. He's a winger, effectively, but a winger further up the pitch than here. So it's always a bit useless having him on the bench. So we'll swap him out for Grishkenski. Always useful to have a backup left back when we need one. Okay, yeah, so I did just confirm that if we win this 4th qualifying round, then we do reach the 1st round, which is what the board wanted us to do. Hopefully, I mean, if we lose, hopefully they will understand that we are playing Haven. They are definitely a decent squad. And they had a throw in there, but we seem to have managed to clear it, although only as far as the halfway line. They are still on the ball. They are in the white this time. Clifford onto Gobham, onto Roberts, and that is a goal. 23 minutes in for Havant. Our defence just gets parted like the Red Sea every single time. Clifford onto Gobham. Look, we have all these people here that could try and tackle this guy, and they just don't. They just go, you know what? Nope, we're not doing it, and just let him get the ball and get the shot in and get the goal. 25 minutes in, we have our own highlight. Winter onto Rodri, onto Murtar, Lover in the middle now, Asante. Very long ball, trying to get it onto Rodri. That was never going to happen, but Carruthers has managed to recover it. Campbell onto Rodri, and just smacks the side netting. Brilliant. You could have passed it onto Asante there, but he didn't. Corner for Havant there. Rooney onto Roberts. Ends up coming off of one of our guys. Lands into the feet of Clifford. Back onto Roberts, and that's his 2nd goal of the game. And we're 2-0 down, 35 minutes in. This is not going well at all. 47 minutes in, and they've got another highlight. Rodri's having an awful game. I was hyping him up earlier, and he's currently got a 6.2 ratings, and Roberts is through once again. Thankfully, Bonner actually makes the tackle this time, but another long ball. Why do we just keep hitting the long balls? I haven't got it in the instructions to hit long balls here, so I don't know what's going on. What has happened there? Roberts, and thankfully he goes onto the top of the net rather in the net. Not doing well. Right, we're going to swap out Rodri. We're going to move Asante onto that part, and then take off Rodri for Fonkyu, and hope that that helps us a little bit, because Rodri's been having a terrible game here. Highlight starts with our goalkeeper Young, passes it out, and we end up losing the possession. We just have so much area in the wide space, and Roberts is through again. Young actually manages to make the save. How would they just keep... All right, we're going to have to drop our line because Roberts is getting through past our defenders way too often. Right, Clifford. A corner here for Havant. And Roberts goes for a big old kick there, and it ends up skying it over the top of the net. Okay for now. We're going to demand more of our players. We have a highlight for ourselves. Campbell onto Lovett. Tries to get in the middle to somebody. Nobody's able to get ahead to it. Coulson. What can he do with it here? He just passes it on to the opposition. Brilliant. And I don't know what happened there, but we've got the ball back with Bonner. Another long ball. Can we stop with the long balls, please? It's not working. Right, Lovett, Murtar, Essam, Coulson. Come on, this is up the tempo here, and he just gets tackled by Roberts. That Roberts guy has been a pain in our backside in this game. We still have the ball here. This is a very long highlight. Asante. Dispossessed once again. Now all the way back to their keeper, who runs out very far. And our defence is about to get beaten once again. And that's probably going to be 3-0, isn't it? That's a hat-trick for Roberts. I have no words for what I'm witnessing here. It is a shambles, this game. Absolute shambles. And that's the 4th. I was hoping we'd be able to bring some momentum from the past game into this one, but clearly not. 64 minutes in, and it's another highlight for them. But we managed to get it back. Winter passes it on to Young, who does another long ball, trying to reach somebody, but at this point it's just worthless, really. Love it onto Coulson. Tries to run it up the wing here, and just kicks it off of the opposition player, perhaps trying to win a throw-in. Didn't work, though. Murtaugh onto Coulson. Onto Lovett. Tries to get it over the top to Fonkyu, but isn't able to do anything with it. We haven't seen anything, any type of attacking from us yet. We're going to swap out our defenders here because they've both been playing shockingly badly. Winter is on a 6.1. We don't have anybody else that can play right back, though. So Campbell with a lovely long ball over to Asante. Are we finally going to get a consolation goal? We do, but I'm not sure if that was actually onside. No, it wasn't. Oh. Don't even get a consolation goal because it's offside. Of course it's offside. I'm going to berate them because this has been awful. It's made them all very happy that I've told them that they're absolutely trash. Long ball over to Fonkyu. Can he pass it into the middle? Can he hold on to it? And that is a penalty. We might be able to get the consolation goal we've been hoping for. Who's on it? Asante. Come on, Asante. Yes, there we go. That is the consolation goal. Still 4-1 though, isn't it? Regardless, I doubt we are getting anywhere near being able to come back here. We're just going to put everything as high as we possibly can because, I mean, we have to at this point. 82 minutes in, we got a highlight onto Carruthers. And that's got to be a foul, surely. Anyway, Campbell. Through, tries to get it onto somebody in the box, but nobody's there to receive it. And he's just run past all of our defenders. Literally every single one of them. And that's 5-1. Honestly, our defenders have no idea what defending is. I think they've just completely forgotten in this game what the point of football is. Look at this. How many people are here in this line? And he just gets past all of them. It's useless. It's not even been that one-sided in terms of XG. I've demotivated a couple of them. Jordan Winter apparently lost confidence. Well, you had a 6.1 rating. Okay? And Jordan Winter is unhappy and feels the team talk against Havant was too harsh on the team, and Odaldo agrees. Well, at least he's the only person that agrees. Okay, well, we can't afford to lose the dressing room. That's the one thing we cannot do. Pretty much, I'd say, like half of Football Manager is basically just morale manager. So yeah, we just have to promise, basically, that we won't be as harsh in the future, which is a bit stupid, but we have to do that. But we are going to find Jordan Winter because he did genuinely play awful. Yeah, like I said earlier, we're going to have a look at the XG table, and we are actually top. So we have 22 expected points, which is exactly how many we've got. But that is it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that fantastic stuff. And I'll see you next time.